Alrighty, got my third league match of the season. This one versus Qsenoch. Currently, we are the top two, so a win here would be helpful. Let's see what we got going on here. The draw is Envoy, Tragic Hero, or Ranger. Villages, there's Taskmaster, which requires you to buy a $5 card every turn to keep it in play. It's not a village of the turn you play it, but it's a village on subsequent turns because you get the +1 action for free. He's also captain, which is a village every other turn. You could play a oasis or an alley or something, and then the second turn playing that for free would constitute a village. Trashing? Ooh, there's no trashing, which means Dame Anna would be quite significant. And plus buy is Ranger or Tragic Hero. Okay. Hmm. I wonder if knights come up here. I think with a different knight on top, I could see knights definitely being relevant. But Servander is not a knight you really want to be the first one to take. And then if it reveals a much stronger knight, particularly Dame Anna, then you're in a world of hurt. You definitely play this one out without trashing and just consistently click on a lot of draw-in actions and draw through it all. There's Alley for some added reliability. I don't think the goal is to make a beeline for Taskmaster just because there's fours and sixes that look good. In particular, Captain I think is really good when playing Ranger. Like Captain plays a Ranger to start the turn, and then your other Captain sets the token again to get it set up. And if I want to be buying Captain, I can't be buying Captain and also buying a 5 until I'm hitting 11 and 2 buys, which is not happening anytime soon. So probably early Taskmaster isn't the main goal. I think the main goal probably is to get Captains ASAP, and then I can think about Taskmaster. We just Courier Silver. Do I want 2 silvers in the deck? I think 2 silvers in the deck wouldn't really be a problem. Envoy Silver might also get you to 6. Or I could have open with credit, right? Turn 2 credit gets you a Captain ASAP. Yeah, that sounds good. So how about Alley plus credit Captain? For a Courier? Okay. Alas, my poor Captain is bottom decked. And what ought my first Captain be playing? I think Envoy. And I've hit 5. Probably Tragic Hero looks pretty good. The Captain Envoy also quite strong. Maybe even better than the Ranger stuff. At some point, probably has to be Ranger for plus buy. Yeah, I think basically the goal for the moment is just get Captain a bunch of times. And then I can start thinking about maybe adding Taskmasters if I'm getting to around 11 and 2 buys, which should happen soon-ish. And then Taskmaster means I can play more Captains as terminal draw cards and not in them playing Oasis or something for the village effect. Credit for a second Captain. I mean, I think that is the most important card to play here. I've taken a slight detour to Tragic Hero, but I don't think that's going to set me back too much. Don't love this starting hand. Where are all of my action cards? Hopefully my alley can draw me something. I don't think it's clear from the front side text of the shadow cards, but the backside of shadows, they have a distinct backside art. And there's text on the back that says whenever you shuffle the deck, you always put the shadow cards to the bottom of the deck. So alley is down there on the bottom. Okay, happy to see Captain. Yeah, I could contemplate just a Taskmaster here. I'll set the Ranger token down and take a Taskmaster. I had a Captain and Energetic here down there, so there wasn't too much value in drawing. If I wanted to find one, I could have potentially played the Captain as Courier and hoped to hit one off the top. But I think the Captain in play plays Courier, plays a Taskmaster from a discard, then I play these two. And I want to pop the Tragic Hero. I think that's okay, right? So if I play this Captain as a draw card first, then play Tragic Hero, it'll trash itself and give me a gold. Perhaps a gold is better than having a Tragic Hero in the deck. I've got Captains, which can be plus buy as needed. I mean, one argument in its favor is I'm gonna have to rebuy a five anyway. The five I'm buying is probably another tragic hero, so I don't necessarily need to have two for right now at this moment. Get me a tragic hero and a second taskmaster. Nick has three captains to my two, but I've got two taskmasters. I've got a tragic hero and a gold over him. Multiplayer one, so that might be evened up by the end of this turn. It looks like he's gotten his last two captains for 8 money instead of 6 via credit. And captain is quite a good card here. Like when you got something non-terminal, terminal draw with plus buy, just captain alone is an engine in a can. Also worth noting that Wolfden is another disincentive to taking knights because each knight has a distinct name. So every knight that you get is going to count as negative 3 points. I think on its own, that's usually not enough to deter you from knights. Like if you take some knights and trash your opponent's deck, you're not going to be worried that you have -9 victory points. I think the main thing is Vander's really bad, Anna's really good, and you don't want to reveal Anna for your opponent. Not that I'm complaining. I am A-OK pretending knights don't exist here. Okay. I'm going to want 3 buys. If I want 3 buys, I could play this Ranger now. Should be 4 buys because I have to reset the Ranger token, most likely. I think that sounds okay, right? Tragic hero can die. If I played Courier, I'd only have a 50-50 of hitting the gold anyway. Probably better to just play Ranger, get the token set up right again. I have 12 money, which needs to be 1/5 cost card, and then just another Taskmaster, and then maybe I buy a bona fide Ranger. Do really want captains. Maybe it could just be a Tragic Hero and a Captain instead of Taskmaster Ranger. That might be better. I was just talking about how good Captain is here. Took the 50-50 to get the gold. Say I hit not 12, but 16. Like a Tragic Hero, Captain, and I'm just going to set the token up. Keep it simple. For sure buying a Tragic Hero. And I think Captain is probably better than Ranger plus Taskmaster, right? Actually, I'm not sure that's true. I mean, Captain is a Ranger and a Taskmaster, just alternating turns, essentially. Thinking this turn, perhaps. Yeah, so if I play one Captain as a Ranger, the other Captain as an Envoy, I'm drawing 9 cards, plus the Tragic Hero, should draw everything. And then I have the Ranger in my deck to set the token right again. I have enough actions to do that? Yeah, I have enough actions to do that. I think I'm in the lead here. Okay, so this captain plays me a Ranger. Now the Tragic Hero. There's 5 cards down there, so if I play Captain as Envoy now, if they discard anything except for the Alley, I can just play the Alley and draw the last card. If I did the Alley first and then Envoy, I'd be stuck with the gold in my discard and I would be sad. Okay, let's rebuy Tragic Hero and looks like 2 more captains. Well, actually, 4th buy that I forgot about. Could be Captain credit for Captain. Could be another Tragic Hero and another Taskmaster. I think I like taking a bunch of captains. I'd be in a bit of debt, but all I have to hit next turn is 5 to make sure I keep the Taskmasters in play, and I'm pretty sure I'm hitting 5 here. I'll discard the Courier. If I discarded anything except for Courier, the Courier could just play it. I think Courier being the last card in the deck could at least be a mild annoyance. If he's got enough actions, that Courier can play the gold, but in general, you'd rather your Courier be playing action cards, because treasures can be played for free anyway, as long as you draw them. Looks like it didn't really make a difference in the end. Interesting that he voluntarily pops that just for the plus buy. That might make sense, I'm not sure. Alright, gonna have to start thinking about piles pretty soon. Captain is super low, Tragic Hero is low, Taskmaster's pretty low. I have -6 victory points. Where's that coming from? One copy of Alley and one copy of Ranger. So I'll need to duplicate those to avoid Wolflin points before the game ends. Oh wait, I'm also not accounting for the state victory points. There's a third unduplicated card lurking about. Tragic Hero. I bought one copy of Tragic Hero last turn. That's what it is. Okay. Kick things off with a Ranger. And then two more Rangers, probably? Or is it two more Envoys? Envoy will draw me more total cards. I won't get the plus buy. Do I need the plus buy? I have three more actions, not counting this captain. So if I want to play the Tragic Hero, both captains and the Ranger, that all checks out just fine, I think. But I have more captains than that in my deck. I have another captain down there as well. I think I'm just going to play an Envoy. Whatever it discards, I can play via Courier. I think Tragic Hero will be the most annoying card from the discard. Might be the card he does discard. I think it works out fine regardless. Yeah, just play this Captain as Courier, play the Tragic Hero, gain a gold, discard Ranger. Okay. Thinking about my points. I don't think Mick has that many buys. He's only got the two Taskmasters down. He has a few captains, but I don't want to get stuck with a big points deficit that I can't come back from. So for sure, clicking a Tragic Hero. Might could be Tragic Hero, Alley, Ranger. That solves all my duplication problems. Denies Mick the ability to buy a Tragic Hero. Not a big deal because it's probably going to be about time to score anyway. He can buy Duchies if he doesn't want Servander. Also, try to get another captain into my deck. My captains are a tad lopsided at the moment. Not that that's a major problem or anything. Just something to think about. The captains aren't great for payload. That's the one thing I suppose that's missing. Is you just wanted to click captain until the cows come home. It'd be nice if there was a captain target that gave you a bunch of money. There's captains that make you like one money. That's not significant. So there's not a benefit to having more captains than is necessary to draw your deck. I think I probably prefer more payload, which means another Tragic Hero. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take that. And then Alley and Ranger. No Courier for you. I imagine I'll be buying two Duchies next turn. Seems pretty likely. Duchy could also be a pile that runs out, given that we're fairly locked into buying Duchies. The only other 5 cost card left is -3 victory points. So you have to watch out for the Duchy pile. I think I'm pretty ahead, right? I got 5 captains to his 3. Pretty sure I'm ahead on golds. I think I'd take 2 Rangers and 2 Allies over 2 Couriers. I'm also 1 ahead on Taskmasters. Again, he does have some extra bias to resolve here. And he's about to be ahead on points if he buys the second Duchy. My biggest concern is not this turn, but next turn. This turn, I've got a million captains to play. I'm 1,000% going to draw my deck. But if I pop both my Tragic Heroes here, which I probably will, and then I only have one captain to play for the following turn, got to be a little bit careful to make sure I draw everything. I will have 2 Allies plus 1 captain in play, which should probably be enough. I'll see like my top 12 cards of my deck. 5 from the starting hand, 5 from a Ranger play, 2 from the Alley, and probably be able to find enough to keep going. Depending on what Mick buys, I should also potentially look for a win this turn. If he doesn't take a second Duchy to take a points lead, then does lower captains or taskmasters at all. Maybe playing a bunch of captains as Rangers opens up a taskmaster captain pilot or something. At the moment, piling taskmasters and captains would cost 15 for taskmaster, 8 for captain because I could buy the second one on credit. So 23, and I have to buy an estate to take a points lead, so 25 money. Now I would need more than a state because Nicholas has gained a province. But he's going to undo that very generously. I'm guessing instead of province, he's maybe just going to buy another duchy. Yeah, if you wanted points, a duchy is actually more points than a province here. Province is 6 minus 3. The duchy is 3 plus 3 because he had one duchy that is now no longer costing him -3. Okay, yeah, so this is probably not going to be a pile up for me, I don't think. If Mick had lowered the relevant piles more and hadn't scored, I think I would probably be thinking about a pile out. But it's going to be hard to take a 7-point lead and also all that stuff. I don't think 6 duchies and 2 captains is at all reasonable, right? Let me just double check how much money I had last turn. I had 6 debt and I bought 14 worth of things. So I had 20 money. I'll probably have, give or take, 26 money this turn, since I'll have 2 goals off of those tragic heroes. It could be slightly higher or lower if I play more or fewer couriers or oases. 26 money does not sound like it's piling out, I don't think. Right? Well, 26 money and 10 buys would be a win. That's 8 estates, captain, and credit for captain. Can I get 10 buys? That doesn't sound doable, right? So if these 4 captains all play rangers, I'll have 5 buys. And then I'll have 4 actions. And every other source of plus buy is terminal. So there's no way I could possibly get 10 buys. I'd have at maximum 9 buys. So I'm not winning this turn, is my conclusion. I think I probably want as many of these captains as possible to just be Oasis or Courier or something. I think I'm going to draw my cards more than sufficient. Like, these Rangers draw 5, the Tragic Heroes draw 6 between them. That's 11 cards right there. I think I need to play like one Captain as an Envoy or something to get through my deck. So let's just play Captains as Couriers for the time being. Uh, this Captain can be the Envoy. I'm actually drawing too many cards. I'm going to draw these allies before I get a chance to play them. Gold. Gold. Okay. Gotta buy a duchy. Don't let me forget that. Probably a second duchy. I'm thinking 2 provinces and a cap. Oh, well, how many buys can Mick generate? 2 provinces and a captain might lose to. We might open up a tie of like 4 duchies and credit for captain. Hey, yeah, gotta watch out for the duchy pile out. Pretty sure I want 2 provinces. What's my last buy? Could just be one more duchy. That's lowering the piles, but I would have more points. And then I don't think I'd be as worried about a pile out. I'm going to be struggling more to draw next turn, so I could just add something else like an alley. Make sure that I draw my deck. Because that is not guaranteed here. I think it's just going to be one more duchy. So I'm probably going to want 5 buys next turn. Well, actually, maybe fewer. Mick kind of has to take a duchy, I think. And he could buy Vander, just costs a lot points-wise. I think I'm getting another turn. Mick takes 2 duchies, that's only 6 points, he goes to 15. He'd need to buy 2 duchies, 2 provinces, and a captain, that's 10, 26, 32, 34 money to win, and 6 buys. Yeah, he's not close to that. That looks like double province duchy, probably. Yeah. I think this should fairly trivially win, given that I don't have a total dud hand. I need to make sure I get to 4 buys. So let's go ahead and play some Rangers. Go ahead and discard that captain so I can play it with the Courier. And I only need 20 money to win, which I already have in hand. Yeah, this is just a win. even take a province.